What's up, everybody, and welcome to Classic Commentary. My name's Mason, and today I want to talk about why your 9 to 5 is slowly killing you. Now, look, before you jump to conclusions and say, what does this guy on YouTube know about working a 9 to 5? How does he know how I feel about my job? Well, I've worked in retail for the last 8.5 years. Pretty much 9 if you want to round up, but that'll make me feel a little bit older, so we're going to stick with 8.5. Look, I've been working in retail almost as long as Attack on Titan took to finish. And for all my anime fans out there, you know just how long we waited to get that final episode. And the reason I want to talk about this is because of a video that popped up on my homepage the other day. It was by Ian on YouTube, and he's this guy who works at 7-Eleven. He's 30 years old, and he's been daily vlogging his experience in working at that job. And this video absolutely blew up. It did crazy numbers, 1 million+ views. And honestly, it really spoke to me. It really resonated with me as someone who's worked in retail for almost a full decade of their life. He has a little bit of a more positive perspective on it. And whether that's just for the sake of the video, I don't know. But for me, working in retail is pretty much the equivalent of death. There were multiple times throughout my career where I wanted to quit. No backup plan, nothing to fall back on. But my girlfriend at the time, who I'd been dating for 4 or 5 years, she didn't want me to do that. She strongly advised against it, and because I really valued our relationship, I listened. But back in the day when you're 22, 23, those are the times to take risks. Those are the times when you have the opportunity to not have a fallback plan and still come out on top. The older you get, the more crucial it is that you get that check every week or every 2 weeks, and you make sure that you have that roof over your head, food on the table, and as the bills and the stresses of life pile on, it's a lot harder to take a leap of faith. But for me, I've realized that no matter how old you are, you have to do what feels right. My 9 to 5 felt so horrible. It felt like every day I was either getting used and abused by customers. They just see you as a robot standing there at the cash register. Some don't even say hi. Some don't acknowledge you. Some will straight up yell at you. I literally had one instance where I was thrown up on at the cash register. Some lady came in drunk. She went back to her car to grab something, and the moment she walked back up, she projectile vomited all over the cash register. This is just one instance in my 10 years of working, but so many other things have gone on. And I think the real conclusion I want you to take away from this is that a retail 9 to 5, and maybe all other 9 to 5s as well, but I don't have any experience in those, it just feels like you're worthless. To the corporation, you're nothing but a number, nothing but a metric, and every single year, what you have to do gets increased. The workers that they allow to be on the sales floor get decreased. Your hours get decreased, but yet they want more money every year. But yet they want more productivity every year. Everything goes up except your self-esteem and your pay. And it's just been sucking the life out of me. I'm sure a lot of you maybe can resonate with this or relate to it. At least I hope so. I hope I don't just sound like a whiny little baby, but I've always had admiration for people who are able to get out of that lifestyle, for people who are able to work their way up, and not even in the same job, but work their way up to their dreams. Look, I had this idea that if I stayed loyal to a company, if I showed up every day, even if it was 5 to 10 minutes late, if I showed up, that would be rewarded someday. But pretty soon, my company is doing a restructure and I'm getting demoted. I'm probably going to get a pay decrease, and I'm not going to be in as high of a position as I am right now. And after almost 10 years of my life being dedicated to this company, I just feel like that's utter nonsense. They have no empathy for any of their employees. They don't care. Even the managers that you work with every single day, if what they have to do affects your life, but it ultimately will keep them in a safe position, they're going to do what's right for them. You don't have real friends at work. I've experienced that firsthand. I literally would hang out with a kid way back in the day, 5, 6 years ago. I would go to his house. We'd play Xbox together. We'd play a little Call of Duty, a little Halo. And he just quit one day and never texted me back. And look, people go through their own things. I don't know exactly what was going on in his life, but over the years, it just feels like nobody has your back. Your company doesn't care about you. Your managers don't care about you. Your so-and-so coworker friends, they ultimately don't care about you. And there's just something sickening about working a 9 to 5 where everybody is ultimately out for themselves and there's no real relationships being formed. There's no real bond or connection. There's no brand loyalty recognition. And it just feels like death. It just feels like you're slowly dying, wasting every single breath, looking at the clock, waiting for it to hit 5 p.m., 10 p.m., and go home for 2-3 hours, wake up the next morning, shower, rinse, and repeat. But I'm sick of that. That's why this year I've been more dedicated than ever to branching off from that system, to get out of the thing that's been shackling me and holding me back from my full potential. As I get older, it feels harder and harder to do that. But as I get older, it feels more and more necessary. Like I said earlier, I don't know if any of you can relate to this, and maybe I'm just ranting like always about something that bothers me, but I want to be able to escape my job like Ian on YouTube is doing. I want to be able to do Call of Duty commentaries full time. I want to be able to do YouTube full time. I want my dreams to become a reality. And I can only hope that one day these videos can reach as many people as his are. I hope that we can garner a cool community around this channel where everybody who deals with real life struggles can jump down into the comments, talk to one another, and feel like they have someone who actually cares, unlike my managers and unlike my coworkers. That's my dream for this. And this year and every year after, I'm not going to give up on this dream. I'm not going to let a girlfriend advise me to not follow my passions because they're scared, and I'm not going to be the one who's scared anymore. This year is the year to take risks and to take leaps and to make things happen. So for all of you out there who have those same feelings as me, go take that leap of faith because it's always worth it.